Hello, everybody. Hi, all on YouTube. Um, just catching up with everybody. I was able to fine tune and get my 3D printer uh, in good condition. Um, as you can tell, I've made some things. A few things, one thing for something for my mother, made some upgrade pieces for the 3D printer, but that's all on hold right now. I made also I made a few things. I made a, a amplifier, a speaker amplifier for the phones. I made a filament, a PLA holder, made end stop, made some gears, just a few things just to put out there. What I'm working on now, this is a prosthetic device that I'm making for someone for those that otherwise wouldn't be able to afford them. I'm going to be periodically making these devices. This here is a hand that I'm doing at this moment. I'm going to do prosthetic limbs and things like that. At the same time, I'm going to be presenting them to the disabled community, those of our veterans that fought for our country, those that were born with birth defects and things of that nature, and those that lost limbs due to illnesses such as cancer or whatever illness that came about and caused them to lose their limb. I don't want nothing for these when I put them out there. I'm going to be, like I said, making these periodically. I'm going to make several of them. I'm going to start passing them out to the disabled community, those that otherwise would not be able to afford them. It really touched my heart over the years when I heard that a lot of our veterans were having their prosthetic devices confiscated because they couldn't afford to pay for them. So what I'm doing at this moment in time, I'm doing this for those that cannot afford these type of prosthetic devices. So I'm going to be stopping and having these things delivered at different places and different homes and different communities where they can, those that are in need of such devices can have them at no cost to them. A lot of people may say, I'm doing this backwards. I should be out to get the money first, and then I should be, given to those that would not be able to afford these type of devices. Well, I say to that and to all those that are thinking in that order, it's not about the money, okay? It's about, in other words, feeling a sense of worth, of self-worth, due to the fact that I want to help those that are less fortunate. I myself, I'm not no wealthy person. I'm not by the least wealthy. I live paycheck to paycheck. I make do. I make the best of what I can with what I get. At the same time, now that I've been taking engineering courses and stuff like that online, and now that I have some 3D printers that I was able to purchase thanks to my investors, Um, I'm doing this for the veterans that had their devices confiscated, and for those that cannot afford it. Uh, Again, it makes me feel good to do something good for the disabled community. I myself, I'm disabled, and I'm putting my device on hold and my works on hold because I want to do something nice for someone, and for people. I do intend on making more of these prosthetic devices. I'm going to make some arms, prosthetic hands, prosthetic legs and feet. Also, in the future, once I build my custom 3D printers, I'm going to build a couple of those from scratch, so I can do those. When I say that I'm disabled, I have no eyesight. I lost my eyesight back in November 18th of 2008. So, when I hear that it's going to cost a fortune to get a medical device or a prosthetic device, it hurts me to my heart. You have those companies out there. Mine is not one, but you do have companies out there. I'm not naming specific names, but these companies make these devices and they sell them to the highest bidders. Well, I'm doing things differently. I'm not going to sell to the highest bidder. That can wait. I'm going to give to those that are in need of these devices. After I do make a few of these, I'm going to send them to certain people. I don't know who, I don't know where. At the same time, I'm just going to designate certain people, and I'm going to make their lives a lot happier. And the reward of making someone else's life that much better is happiness in return for me, knowing that I was able to help someone that, in other words, would not be able to receive these type of prosthetic devices if they didn't have the monies. So what I'm making now is a prosthetic hand, in which I drew up in TurboCAD, and now I'm printing it out. As you can see, the main frame of the prosthetic hand is probably almost done. I'm going to turn towards my computer, and I'm going to fill the screen, my computer screen, and I want you guys to see the main base of the hand. So, with seeing the main base of the hand and going back to the 3D printer, you have a basic idea of what it looks like. So, that was the virtual blueprint of the prosthetic hand. I still have other parts to print out for this hand, like the fingers and stuff like that, and other different pieces. At the same time, I'm going to change someone's life for the better, and I'm going to be changing a lot of people's lives for the better. All I'm asking in return, if there is people out there that wish to step up and help with this, I would be more than happy to accept your help. At the same time, for those that I'm doing this for the ones that would not otherwise be able to afford these devices, I want them to receive these devices for free. And this is coming from the president of Queensbury Enterprises. I am the president of this company, and I am going to make sure that each and every individual that I make one of these prostheses for receive them for free. I want our veterans that served in the armed forces, if they cannot afford these devices, I want them to receive them for free, because they laid their lives on the line for us. They fought for us. They fought for our freedom. And for them, it hurted me when I heard that military vets been having their prosthetic devices taken from them because they couldn't afford it. Well, let's say this: if people stop putting a high price on these type of devices and stuff like that, such as like a 30-year mortgage price, a person would be able to afford these devices. At the same time, that's neither here nor there. I implore those companies that are making these devices like this to turn around and present it to those families and individuals that otherwise would not be able to afford this type of prosthetic device, or for that matter, any type of prosthetic device. You know, I know, yes, it's all about the dollar and it's all about making the money and stuff like that. However, if you start giving before you start making the money, it makes your job that much easier to make the money, because you're doing you're doing a good deed, and you're not looking for any accolades or anything back from it. The thing that you should be looking for is the happiness that comes with it by you doing something good for those and otherwise wouldn't be able to afford these things. So here you have it. I am showing you guys what the printer is printing, which is the main base of the hand, the palm of the hand itself, from the wrist up. And then after that, I will be printing the fingers, the index finger, and all that stuff, so I can start putting it together to, in turn, and I'm gonna trick this thing out too. Like, it's not just gonna be, just a basic, fully functional prosthetic device. It's gonna have some nice stuff to it. So when it's done and everything like that, I'll show you guys the finished product and everything like that, and then I'm gonna add my little twist to it, so a person, whomever I decide, or whoever do receive this device, they're going to be that much happier that they're able to have some normalcy to their life. So with that being said, thanks for listening and thanks for watching. This is the president of Queensbury Enterprises. Have a great day.